Hey, Josh.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Okay, how are you doing?
Hey, doing well. Nice to meet you.
It's kind of neat. I guess in current times, this is the way people communicate more than any other way online. So
It's the first chance that I've had to talk to someone else who has the same condition that I do. I was diagnosed when I was 43.
you were 43. I was 43 also when I was diagnosed. Exactly that age.
Really? Wow.
How's your relationship with your doctors, and how have they been helpful to you learning and understanding the disease?
Obviously, it's not very common, and I don't think a lot of doctors know much about it, to be honest with you.
Many of the local hematologists, it's not their fault, but may only see 3 or 4 patients with PV in their entire careers. You got to find someone who has experience with this.
To me, it seemed like I was on my own to figure that out, that nobody really had any definitive advice. I kind of had to do my own research and reach out to some experts to kind of get a game plan together of how I should proceed.
I was lucky I had good expert doctors.
I took the initiation, I guess, to go ahead and to go seek out what I would call a specialist, at least as close to where I live. One of the first things I did was seek a second opinion. I felt almost a little guilty doing that, like I was going to offend my healthcare provider. It turns out it was one of the best things I had done, because I learned a ton of information from a gentleman who had spent the last 30 years specializing in polycythemia vera and all the other MPNs.
And that makes a big difference.
I went back to my initial healthcare provider, and I felt compelled to divulge to him that, hey, I went and sought a second opinion.
I did the same thing, but at the encouragement of my local hematologist, because he acknowledged that that he knows about the disease but could learn a lot more.
I was able to bounce some things off of him and make sure that we were headed in the right direction.
Once I established who the doctors were who were right for my personality, also had the expertise that I needed, I was able to relax and let them work with me and to be part of sort of a team in dealing with my disease. And they work terrifically with my local hematologist. They all communicate all the time and learn from each other.
Probably the number one piece of advice I could give folks who are just now being diagnosed is you have to stay on top of it. Make sure you're getting the care that you need.
They don't know what's happening all the time in your life, and it's incumbent upon me to keep track of those things and keep them informed.
I always am on the lookout for the additional symptoms and signs that things may be progressing, or maybe we need to change course with how we're choosing to, or what our plan for care is. You're always your own best advocate, or at least you should be. You have to take an active and proactive role.
And I agree completely. Be an advocate for yourself and make sure that the right information's in the right hands at the right time so people can make the right decisions.
For me, this has been one of the best experiences I've had so far with PV, is being able to talk to somebody else that has it.
It's been very important to be able to be in communication with people who also have our disease. I hope that's been helpful to you all. Also,
I know that no one has all the answers, but certainly you've provided a roadmap. I very much appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time today. It's been really great, so I've enjoyed it a lot.